Give it a shot. I'm bullshit. No, nigga, don't give it a fucking shot. How about you open up the fucking all right, for the people who don't know, Dwight just asked me if he should do this whole episode in
Personally, I think it's a very good idea.
he asked me essentially if he should do this entire episode in his full Wolverine impression because he's got the Wolverine costume. For the people that are viewing on YouTube, you can see that. Give the people a nice thumbnail real quick, Dwight. Oh wait, all right, wait. We're working on a thumbnail real quick. Now, giving a fuck you. All right, cool, great. So there's the thumbnail. We got it. And so this isn't going to be Dwight speaking for the first minute. This is about to be Wolverine. So let's hear it.
Hey, bub.
How you doing, Wolverine?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Yeah, good to see you, man. Gotta ask, how you been?
Yeah, you know, staying alive, staying out of trouble.
I mean, you have the healing factor, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really say staying alive and you have the healing factor. Wolverine, I'm starting to think you're full of shit.
Get shot in your face and tell me how that feels.
Listen, Wolverine, I'm here for the facts. What did you do in 1964, goddammit, November 22nd?
You're asking a lot of questions for a man that can die.
Fair enough. You know what? I just want Dwight back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, this man doesn't even like Black Wolverine.
This is the Geek Goonz episode 13.
13. Yep, definitely 13. That's why I got the clause, you know, 3 for 13.
Right. And here we are once again.
Do you think horror has the same effect that it did back when we were younger?
Horror? Okay.
Like
all right,
horror. Like we can go games,
horror
movies.
games. Okay. Oh, all right. Let me get mine out the way real quick. So, again, BigPaPaReese merch. This is a gaming channel spider on the front of it. That hurt. That hurt Wolverine. Yeah. So we're well equipped to speak on horror, games, movies to some degree, but I don't. Some degree, yeah. We're not a movie podcast. But we can discuss to some degree some of these horror games. Then you asking, do I think it's lost its edge?
Yeah.
Lost its edge. I wouldn't say that it's lost its edge, but it definitely isn't a focus, right? I know the horror game that people are constantly fucking talking about, and I'm sure you know this one too, that they just haven't gotten is PT.
I mean, it's not really a game though; it's a teaser.
Yeah, but I'm saying like we need that as a game, right?
People love it's technically shit. Silent Hill, and which by the way, they said they're having an announcement this week. Silent Hill related, so maybe it might be a new game.
Maybe it might be actually that, because that gets love. Like there have been people, I don't know if you heard about the whole PS5 getting jailbroken thing. And
yes, I heard about that.
Downloaded PT, but he couldn't actually play it.
Maybe they shouldn't have fired Kojima.
All right. Way to start the podcast off with a fucking point with a statement.
I mean, if Konami would have never fired Kojima, we would have been playing the Silent Hill teaser, where never got released. He was the mind behind it, you know.
I mean, hey, look, you got me, pal. I'm my hands are up. I agree though. To be honest, I think that this is something we could have gotten. I can't think of any real horror games. I wouldn't say the horror games are dying, because the last thing we got was just 2 years ago. I think Last of Us is a good horror game, solid horror game. Yeah, so all right, so I'll flip the question back on you. How the fuck could you think that horror games are dying, and you just gave a 9 to Resident Evil Village?
Okay, when I say lost its edge, I more so mean that it lost its edge in the sense of, are people becoming harder to scare? Is it harder to produce good horror games? I mean, like,
yeah, I would 100% fall more on the side of saying that people are harder to scare, because things nowadays are so, everything kind of meshes with each other a little bit. So you get those things where, like you see horror more often in just your daily scrolling on the phone.
What do you mean gore?
Yeah, you see things that are horrific just on a daily basis, right? Like you see whether it be real life or whether it be something that's just like a jump scare to scare you. Like you see those things more frequently now, so I think that it may be a bit tougher for creators to find something. But the essence of horror hadn't changed, so maybe they just aren't creating a decent enough game. That's what I would think, because I don't think the edge of horror, like horror movies, haven't suffered. Fucking that new Halloween's fucking that fucking shit is coming.
But
Like,
is it actually scary?
well, that may not be scary.
Like, I don't know. Like, I mean,
that's a fair question.
So
Got me thinking.
you got the Castillo protocol, I believe I pronounced it right, which is the alien in the sort of like alien enemies in the middle of like a space prison. It actually looks pretty good. It's on Jupiter, and I did confirm it is a prison. You got. I'm not gonna count Dead Space because it's a remake. It's a remake. Like, it's definitely gonna be terrifying, scary, but it's a remake, so I'm not gonna count that. Dead Island 2.
Depending on how they do it. Depending on how they do it, I think you have to count that. Depending on what they
if it's a beat for beat remake, like, I'm sorry, but it would just enhance graphics. Like,
I don't think it'll be that, but if they do,
I think that's exactly what it is. They're just upgrading graphics. Granted, it's a PlayStation 3 game, so it might be a significant.
That's what I'm saying. You might see a significant difference. And honestly, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Dead Space, they come out with a new one of those motherfuckers. I'm getting it.
I mean, I do. And it motherfucker be $70. I don't know if I'm buying it, bitch. Because it's a single player game. You beat it, it's done. I'm not buying that motherfucker brand new for $70 fucking. Like, I love you guys, but y'all motherfuckers should have charged me $60, and I would have probably been on that shit. But I'm not paying no fucking $70.
I think your entire argument for people in general with the new games has been, hey, you make that motherfucker $70, which all of them have done.
Actually, there's a couple of them that hasn't been $70. There's some of them that haven't been $70.
Name them.
Gotham Knights, I want to say.
Fuck is that?
This man doesn't know what Gotham Knights is. It's like the game, one of the biggest games of it. It's the game where you have, where essentially, basically, Bruce Wayne dies, and you left with Red Hood.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, it's co-op. Yeah, the original definitely great copying it.
I remember that. Okay. Again, Dead Space would have to count. I think Dead Space would have to count.
It's a beat for beat remake. Like, if it was a sequel, or if it was like if it was a reimagining, I'd probably give it that 100%. If it was a reimagining, but it's literally a remake of a pre-existing game. Like, it's not even a sequel. It's not a reimagining. It's like,
I don't know, man. I would have to check that out.
You're just a Dead Space whore.
Yo, that shit gave me a lot of scares growing up.
It's a good game. It's just it already came out. Like, I can't. I'm sorry. Like, I love you. I'm sorry.
All right, fair enough. You were also saying, well, I fucking had a point. Now I'm thinking about it. I had a fucking point. Fill this dead air with something. Think of something real quick while I'm thinking.
Was it more than these 6 points right here?
And then you keep waving those fucking things around like you're gonna stab me. You're gonna cut me. Like you're a threat to me. Like I'm fucking one of Wolverine's what can we call one of those?
You know, it's a shame you aren't dressed as Miles right now, because then we could,
I know that would be a cool moment. And let's not even pretend I'm Miles, because Amazon fucking gave me maybe I'll say it's user error.
You tell you what, you should have wore the kids one. That would have been hilarious. Game.
No, man, my fucking nuts would have been out. Fucking nuts have been hanging out the bottom.
Hey, they can't see that. What they can't see, don't know.
Then think about it. The moment, it's even weirder if they don't know. I'm just sitting out here, my shit out. Like, what do you want me to do? Then they'll think it's weirder and be like, all right, bro, why are you doing a podcast with your best friend and you fucking?
I mean, they wouldn't know it because we wouldn't just bring it up.
So in theory, right now that could be the setup currently.
I mean, for the people watching YouTube, they don't know, but like, yeah,
that could be the setup. All right, yeah, I don't know if the horror genre is I don't know if it's necessarily dying. You may feel it's at a slump, but I feel I've been getting my services of it. You know what I mean?
Shit, these motherfucking gas prices been scaring my ass more than these fucking movies and shit.
See, that's what I meant. Reality. You bring that shit into you bring that shit into play, then it's a different. Now we're having a different conversation.
It's crazy though, because you've seen like all these demonic ecstasy stuff all the time.
I don't watch that.
Okay, anyway,
Yo, you
I,
do not.
Anyway, you've seen like those things just keep coming out. You know,
I do not watch that shit.
A guy,
I'm a hard. It's a hard no for me when it comes to demonic.
Okay, but a guy is a serial killer. It's like a guy. It's like okay, you know.
All right, yeah, that's based on reality. He's a fucked up person.
It's not really that scary. I mean,
I think maybe it's not as scary for me. Well, it's scary, obviously, but it becomes different for me when I can start thinking or trying to not even say understand or think about the mind of, but just kind of like I can infer with my own mind and say, hey, this person probably went through this and stuff like that. You know,
you want to know what I like? I miss zombie movies.
Well,
like
we miss zombie movies,
and
absolutely.
like they could make a really good alien horror movie too if they really tried.
Yeah,
like there's not a lot of those. But like zombies, like it'd be interesting if they made a zombie movie today, because if I was writing a zombie movie, I'd write it like this: zombie outbreak happens, people could have got the cure, but they didn't trust in the vaccine from the government. So humanity still got it.
I'm not mad at that.
That's reality.
Yeah, it makes reality. That kind of combines some reality into it. That actually is a cool one. I know the next zombie movie we need a few zombie movies, right? Like, and when I say a few, I'm not trying to bring the whole zombie film thing back, but we need another funny zombie movie, cool. Because Zombieland, they did it. Okay.
It was funny, but it wasn't like scary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I need a zombie movie, one that can give me a little bit of funny. But I need another zombie movie that's fucking serious. I'm talking about like balls to the fucking wall, bro. Like I'm scared. Like I can't do shit.
They can't be like zombies we've seen before. Like they got to be like crawling on all fours, jumping on ceilings, like they got to be out the balls zombies. I'm talking about jumping in the water, swimming. Like I'm talking about these motherfuckers got to be like.
Oh yeah, they have to be like
some shit we ain't never seen before. Yeah.
Some real shit. I definitely want a new zombie movie. Just because I want that fear. And it's funny that we're talking about this in the month of October, but good. Yeah, I definitely want a new zombie. I just want it to be done well, and I want to not have the zombie thing, because I think it gets taken lightheartedly quite a few times, just because it's like, oh, that's unreal, and just give me a world to die.
So it's actually funny. I forgot what book I read, but it's actually a book that has that there is an actual disease, or at least they found evidence that there is actual disease that can't reanimate corpses.
Oh yeah, there are fungus like that. I don't know if you ever seen these I guess it's called fungi, I guess. But there's this fungi that would it would kind of incapacitate like ants, and then there's one that like incapacitates snails. And essentially all it's doing, because they're just parasites, essentially they're just controlling the animal, and then they get like to the top of the tree or whatever, and then they like sprout out like something from the ant's head, and then it pops, and then it literally spreads the spores over the forest. Just do the same thing over and over again. But if there were some like fucking twisted version of that, where like, all right, it just started controlling people's brains, or if that like evolved in something, that could be a fucking nightmare.
I just want you to know, Claws, healing factor. I'm not afraid of no zombie bub.
All right, Wolverine's back. He just stepped in. He just took Dwight out his fucking seat. He said, "Get the fuck out of here."
He comes and goes.
Yeah, he just comes and goes. Wolverine's kind of a dick. He just kind of moves you out of the chair at random.
I do whatever I want, bub.
All right, Wolverine. Hey, Wolverine, I got a question. I don't like the way that that you're saying that, because this is a different time, a different era, and there's some problems wrong with your approach there. You do what you want, take what you want. I'm not liking that, Wolverine. I'm not liking it, man.
All I'm gonna say is this: I got a healing factor. I've been alive for over 100 years, and I'm black. I done seen some things. Yeah.
So, Wolverine, if you're a black Wolverine, that means that you've gotten tried a few times, right?
All I'm gonna say is this: Captain America, he wasn't there for all of America's freedoms. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
That's funny. That's a good one. Also, I just noticed this new Geek Goonz Halloween edition logo sitting above us. You probably can see that on the channel. Actually, point to it with your claws. That's even a better one. There you go. Yeah, new Geek Goonz Halloween logo. I think we had a different one last time.
No, we had the same one.
Did we?
Yeah.
No, not last
episode.
No, I'm talking about the episode before that. I think we might have had the different one. Yeah. But you were kind of telling me about that. You were kind of saying like you like the other design better.
Yeah, the even pumpkin one because it sort of reminded me of something Kingdom Hearts related.
Oh yeah. So that one might make a return just with a few new fancier things make it to that. But yeah, anything else you feel any new games you've been playing, any new shows you've been watching, anything that kind of been catching your mind, catching your eye?
The Bleach, the new My Hero Academia season.
Yep.
And then also, Original got Back for Blood. You need to get Back for Blood. It's 4-player co-op. That's all I'm saying.
It's a 4-player co-op game. I don't know. Why haven't I gotten it? What is it? Do you have something that it feels akin to? Like, does it feel close to?
It's more close. It's similar to Left 4 Dead, but like better.
I've never played that.
It's like 4-player layer design.
Like what's the objective essentially? Like what are we doing?
So one level, like it's a story driven game. So one level you might be, hey, you got to cause a diversion at this diner using a jukebox to attract this horde so we can evacuate the people out. Okay. And the other one might be close this mine shaft that opens up to a hive. Mm-hmm. Like it's just different objectives, or hey, take this experimental fluid that kills these zombies and test it out to make sure that it's something valuable we can use on the field. It's just different stuff.
Is it gratifying? Like at the end of each game, each match, I guess, is it a gratifying like
when you get done with a fucking match and you see that timer on the thing where it says seconds until your next horde, and as you're getting to the safe room, you hear and then you close the door and it says I think it's like mission complete or complete. Yeah. And it's the most satisfying thing.
Okay. I might have to touch on some Back 4 Blood. I might have to see what that's on, man. Especially if you original on it, you know what I mean? I might have to buy that one. How much is that one?
Like you can probably get it for like at the most $20.
How old is it?
It's like came out last year.
On PS4?
PS4, PS5. And they also released new DLC, story DLC, so.
Okay. New updates to Overwatch. They took out Bastion.
Yeah, and Torbjorn because
they took out Torb?
Yeah.
Fucking way.
It was same reason they took out Bastion because of bugs. Like it was a bugs that had Bastion to get his ult infinitely, and it was a glitch that made Torb get his molten core infinitely. But they said they're not doing any rebalances or changes until December.
Ain't that a fucking piece of shit? How do you feel about that?
I am actually okay with it. I mean, they were pretty cheap characters to begin with. It would be nice if Pharah just happened to have a bug.
You know, I'm just so glad that my characters don't have fucking bugs. You think Pharah has an issue? Bro, fucking no. I think
she's easier to kill, honestly.
I think I might have said when I last went, Sombra is the one for me. Sombra needs to be fucking do something about her. Like, get her out of here.
Since I don't have stuns, like, I mean, I've been fairly able to kill Sombras. The problem is I'm playing with people that aren't in chat, so they can't call out if they're being targeted by Sombra. Yeah. Or then I'm playing against a sniper like an Ashe or a Widow, and our tank doesn't want to play Shield. Yay!
Who are your mains currently? Like, what are you feeling?
So lately I've been on DPS. I'm on like the cusp of like platinum. I'm in high gold, but my DPS are Soldier, Junkrat, Reaper. Those are my main ones.
Classics.
It's pretty easy to get a win with.
Yeah, those are classics. I think I'm maining right now. Same people I mained on the original. Soldier, May, Zarya, Rhine, and Reap. Reap is a one for all. I think everybody can touch him. Yeah, everybody can get Reaper in their hands. Do what they need to do.
It's crazy that people like want to jump to Genji because they're like, oh, I want to prove that I got skill.
Genji. Fuck any Genji.
And it's
actually.
like so many times where like it's like Anna. Like,
yeah,
I love Anna. I love people who play Anna, but only a fraction of the actual people I came across are actually good with the character. Like maybe like out of all the Annas I probably met, maybe like 25%, and that's me being generous, are actually like good.
Yeah.
So I think with Genji, like I've actually a little lower with Genji. Maybe like
fuck Genji. I have deep hatred for Genji. How do you feel about how people have been kind of utilizing team in this game? Do you feel like that's been? How do you feel like that's been?
Well, for one, it's not scary.
What do you mean?
It's not scary. It's a season to be scary, but yeah.
Are they doing? I guess they can do a Halloween event this year.
I mean, they can. I haven't seen it, but one thing I noticed is that you remember when you go on the skins and they give like the information background behind the skins? It's not there in this game.
What?
Yeah, I was looking at it. Yeah.
All right. See, Overwatch, they've taken out some things that were kind of like, hey, we could have, like, they've taken out some little cute elements of the game. That's really fucked up. Like, that destroys the game and takes out the heart of the game if you're like taking out these little minor backstories behind them.
I don't like it one bit, bub.
Wolverine's back.
And Wolverine plays Overwatch.
Wolverine, how do you play Overwatch with your claws and like you get mad and they just pop?
I mean, they go in, they go out.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Imagine trying to take a leak and.
All right, Wolverine, I ask you something, personal. Nobody's ever asked you. So when you're really getting in there and the big O is coming, how do you keep the claws from popping?
So usually I just hold my hands up in the sky like I'm cheering, just on the safe side. I got done a couple of things I'm not proud of.
So every time you come, you just hold your hands up and like that.
Yeah.
All right,
I always say, better safe than sorry.
She must get freaked out or turned on at that. Like, how many women have, what's the ratio of women that have, enjoyed moments like that or just get freaked out like, wow, this guy just popped his fucking clothes.
Well, I mean, She-Hulk enjoys it the best.
She-Hulk enjoys it the best. I thought she had Matt Murdock.
Wrong universe, Bubba. Wrong universe.
Did you actually see She-Hulk at all? Have you heard about?
I mean, I've heard about it. I just haven't watched it.
Yeah, I mean, watched it,
granted, I don't dislike She-Hulk. I don't stay up to date on any Marvel stuff. Like, I pick and choose what I want to watch. And
I was watching a little bit of Thor: Love and Thunder the other day. It was just at random. Like, I think I was going to sleep. I was like, "Fuck, let me just throw something on." I can definitely see where and I've only watched like 20, 30 minutes of it. I can see where they went wrong with this movie.
Comedy.
It's like he thought that, or it's like the director literally was like, "Hey, Thor, Ragnarok was great because Ragnarok really was great, and he just really like put his fucking foot to the pedal when it came to the comedy, aspect of it, and even beyond that, this movie feels small, like it feels small, and when I say it feels small, I mean that." Everything feels like there are a few real props or a few real actual set pieces, and then at the beyond all that, it's all CGI, and that's like this feels like nothing. Like it feels like it's just not. It doesn't feel like a real. It doesn't even feel like it has the heart of a Marvel movie. To be honest, like it just doesn't do it. I mean, I haven't finished it, but that's my takeaway.
If it's mostly CGI, it does have the heart of a Marvel movie.
I mean. It doesn't have the effort, I'll say.
What about a Marvel TV show?
Even those are doing it better, I think. Because when you look at Endgame and Infinity War, right, like those are a lot of CGI in that. But those set pieces feel great. Same with like Loki. I'm sure that's a lot of CGI. She-Hulk is done well. She-Hulk actually does their comedy well too.
I have to her CGI.
Oh, well, I'm not. I can't. Come on. I wasn't even touch on that shit. because I wouldn't argue that just because it's like it's the Hulk. I didn't have much faith in them doing that.
Man, I'm not gonna lie though. I miss like not She-Hulk, but I miss when the Hulk stick was "Don't make me angry."
Yeah, right. Like now he's just this calm, docile guy, and I get it, but it's like
I did. You know, it was something that was funny though. I did see someone talking about that in She-Hulk. She tried to give him coaching on anger management.
oh yeah, I think I did.
I was like, yeah, it's a little ironic.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I'm an advocate of give me Hulk back. Give me what he was. Give me the good old Hulk. You know what I mean? Like I know we can say that he's advanced and he's beyond that, and this is his kind of his later run, but I feel like we didn't get enough good Hulk, and especially Mark Ruffalo's version of Hulk. I really don't think we got enough of that.
Bob, all I'm gonna say is this isn't the same Hulk I fought.
No, definitely not. This Hulk you would have dominated and destroyed. I'm talking about straight up massacred. Because this Hulk is not. And I see a lot of people saying this online, which I hate to be the majority of sometimes, but in this case, I had this stance before looking at the internet, and I still don't really look at the people who argue this point. But Hulk he's not what he used to be, for better or for worse, I guess. But I do think that we can use we can use a new Hulk movie. We can use the new Hulk movie.
You know what they said? They're not making any new standalone Hulk movies.
Well, oh, did you hear? They're casting Harrison Ford as
Ross.
Yeah, so Red Hulk.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool.
And you want to know something? Cool. As a guy who's lived for hundreds of years, doesn't make sense to me to cast 89-year-old guy that doesn't have a healing factor.
Fair enough. I think this is good though. I think this could be good, and I think this might be a workup to us maybe getting the Hulk that we know and love.
You want to know something possibly interesting?
What?
I'm surprised they didn't just make a tribute movie for Thunderbolt Ross, and since his character died, I'm surprised they recast him.
Yeah. I'm not mad at the pick, honestly.
I mean, I'm just surprised they recast him. Considering
what a fucking recasting, though, right? Like, what a job they did at recasting.
Who would have thought they would recast a character that died?
Hey, man, if you're looking for T'Challa to be recasted, you can put that shit the same place. No, just no.
It's just interesting. No. It's interesting where it is.
No, Chadwick Boseman owned that role. I think it's not about. It's not necessarily about T'Challa. I think it's more about the Black Panther, and I think we get different iteration.
So we can't see any different iteration of Thunderbolt Ross?
No, nigga, that's just no, no, because then honestly, it makes more sense. It makes way more sense for them to recast Ross rather than recasting T'Challa. Way more sense. We're talking about a mantle versus a character himself. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's a mantle for American security. I'm bullshit.
I was about to say, I know you're just about to be bullshit now. But yeah, that's one of the most recent updates. But again, I think Marvel, we kind of have these conversations in passing at this point. It's nothing that we're just kind of super heavily invested in. And it kind of is weird. Because DC, I'm not heavily invested in. But it is what it is. Black Adam comes out soon. So I think I might check that out. We'll see what The Rock does. But I think that might be it, ladies and gents.
That is, Bob. And right now I'm doing the outro. But get this Twilight guy.
Yeah, he's gone. And the thumbnail is going to be finger with the Wolverine claws. Can I throw fingers?
He's telling me what to do, Bubba.
All right. Well, that's Wolverine. He's threatening me. And ladies and gentlemen,
we'll be back after these messages.
Geek Goonz.
Actually, no, we won't be back. I will be.
What, you going to slash me?
Cut the camera.